enough to wear pink wherever you go. Tough enough to wear pink. Riding in the rodeo, tough enough to wear pink. Ribbons on your car, tough enough to wear pink wherever you are. Love the women that live upon this earth, and all of the mothers that give childbirth. I may be just one man, but I speak for all today. As you travel down that path, be with you all the way. Enough to wear pink, ever you go. To wear pink, riding in the rodeo, tough enough to wear pink. Those ribbons in your car, tough enough to wear pink, wherever you are.
Ladies and gentlemen from 100 Mile House, singing Sam with the Tough Enough to Wear Pink song. Good job, Sam. If you're attending your first performance, this is actually the fourth performance of the Williams Lake Stampede. But if you missed the first three, fear not. We have some highlights on the supervision screen if you'll turn your attention down to Chute 9, the Gustafsons' timed event end, for highlights from the previous three performances. It's a crazy town in Williams Lake when the Stampede comes to town, and we could not do it without the flags of the Williams Lake Stampede. So let's bring them in with the Wild West Riders carrying our Canadian flags at the front of the list. We're going to be celebrating a birthday in a few days' time. Our great neighbor south of the 49th, let's welcome the American flag, the flag of the province of British Columbia, the Williams Lake Stampede flag. Let's bring in our rodeo queen this year, 2015 Stampede Queen, Shaylee Sand. And what a busy year she is going to have in 2015 representing this great Stampede and these wonderful people. And now entering the arena is a local 17-year-old girl from Williams Lake. She's Miss BC High School Rodeo Queen, Melanie Winches. She'll be leading the BC team to Wyoming to compete in the national finals and then the Canadian High School Rodeo Finals. Congratulations, Melanie Winches. We would like to introduce to you some of our rodeo contestants, as we do at the opening of every rodeo performance. The best cowboys from the Canadian Professional Rodeo Association and their governing body, the Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association. Starting with the tie-down roper, coming in from the timed event end. He's been to the Wrangler National Finals 14 times. He's number 7 in the world. Give it up for Mr. Blair Berg. From Denelde, Alberta, his name is synonymous with rodeo around the world. His dad was a great competitor. This man is an 8-time High Point champion of Canada, Mr. Curtis Cassidy. Representing the ladies' barrel racing is someone who I got to meet about 20 years ago when I started my announcing career, and she's been a friend ever since. From Bashaw, Alberta, Miss Marcy Lay. Our team ropers, they lit it up in Innisfail with a time of 5-1. They are CFR bound, Clint Mueller and Trent Tunkey. Now from the side, the Ram Gate by our bucking chutes. Let's bring in a second-generation bareback rider. 5 qualifications to the Canadian finals. It's the rancher, Michael Soberg. Our saddle bronc rider, he's a second-generation cowboy as well, following in his dad Tom's footsteps. A 2-time novice saddle bronc riding champion of Canada, Mr. Coleman Watt. Our junior steer riding representative, Charlie Yahi. And the bull riding, welcome in 2014 Canadian champion, Dakota Butter. Ladies, we would ask you to rise and remove cover for one of the most beautiful voices in the Caribou and join in as she sings first the American anthem and then the anthem of this great nation, Marina Campsell.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
She amazes me every time she graces us with her beautiful voice. Marina Capsule with our anthems. Thanks again to our rodeo royalty here at the Williams Lake Stampede, our President Queen 2015, Shaylee Sand, and her guest, Melanie Winches, PC High School Rodeo Queen. Well, again, thanks to the Wild West Riders and our Cowboys who participated in the Grand Entry. Best of luck to you guys, as we are going to get set to go with some wild cow milking. Wild cow milking leaders right now. And I have some housekeeping business to do. If you are in attendance today, and obviously you are, or else you would not be hearing my voice, drink lots of water. We had a few people catch some heat stroke yesterday. We just want to remind everyone, keep hydrated. Drink lots of water. That's what I want to tell you. Wild cow milking is about to begin. The King Ranch, Robert taken with the milk to the judges under the announcer stand and have enough milk to run out of the bottle, and there is a 3-minute time limit as well. Now, don't forget the Ranch Challenge will be taking place after all of our CPRA rodeo events are done. Right after the bull riding will be the Ranch Bronc riding. And then after the Global FMX Extreme Motocross Show, the rest of the Ranch Challenge will be taking place. Looks like our first team coming in is the King Ranch, Darren Sulin, Dale King, Tyler Camille. Is there any milk in that bottle, guys? He swears there was some when he left the store. And our judges look after business down here. Ward Henry, Bernie Rivet, Tim Thompson, our 3 CPRA judges. The rope's got to be back. There's going to be your winner. That looks to be Roberts Ranching, Steve Roberts, Jake Holman, Joel Rosario. Let's hear it for all of our wild cow milkers as we're going to call in our Ram pickup men, Wade McNulty and Earl Call. The Ram pickup men mounted up today to escort the cows out by the Canadian Tire gate. Canadian Tire, we'd like to welcome Jim and Cindy Anderson, new to the Caribou, and a sponsor of this year's Canadian Tire entertainment stage at the Letterbuck Saloon. Molson and Coors are going to be the first event sponsor of the bareback riding, and what some spectacular bareback riding we have had. We're going to look to the leaderboard right now. We got a guy by the name of Jake Vold, 86.5, Ty Tippitat, an 86. Then an 83, we got about 3 of those for Logan Hodgson, Kevin Langevin, and Gold Goodine. Who's first? Michael Solberg's going to be first to go on a horse they call Bootlace. Here's an older sorrel mare from the Duffy string. Michael Solberg, a second-generation bareback rider. His dad, Jim Solberg, a great competitor. Mike's 12th right now in the CPRA standings. Now, the chute that we are in is the Williams Lake Power Plant chute. They go right up. Horizon Climate Control, Celtic Engineering on the far end. God, I wish we used that chute. Michael Solberg, 30 years young. He's a rodeo cowboy, he's a rancher, and when they open up this chute gate, we're going to need you to make some noise. Bootlace is the bucket horse. Here we go. Come on. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but how did you like that for a nice bareback ride? We're going to check it out on the supervision replay board. I know Michael's going to check it out as well. How about 82 and a half? 82 and a half for his effort here on a Sunday afternoon. Now, the higher the horse jumps, the higher he kicks, the more extension he gets, the more the bareback rider exposes himself. That's what the judges are looking for. The better the Cowboy spurs, the better off it's going to work out for everyone involved. 82 and a half in the Coors Light bareback riding. Pascal Isabelle is our cowboy from La Belle Province, Saint-Julien, Quebec. Bootlegger. Bootlegger. Now here is a son out of the horse we just seen. Bootlace the mother, Bootlegger's the son. They were 79 and a half points earlier on in the weekend on this Appaloosa gelding. Pascal is a cowboy. Let's see him do it. Whoa, Pascal! Well, there's more than one way to get off a bucket horse. Put your hands together for the cowboy from La Belle Province. Man. As there was all kinds of hurt happening there. No score. Yesterday we had 7 qualified rides in the bareback riding. Yesterday, phenomenal. Bunch of bareback horses and riders as well. Cash Kerner, Kelowna, BC. Do we have any rodeo fans from British Columbia here today? That was too easy. Cash Kerner. Simon's Bear is the dun mare, just down from the Celtic Engineering chute in the Horizon Climate Control. We would like to thank BMAC Installations, CFJC Television, CKPG Television, CKWL Caribou Country. As here comes the BC bucket horse rider, Cash Kerner. Cash Kerner. We would also like to thank Interactive Broadcasting, United Concrete and Gravel. Folks, put your hands together for him. He's one of your own. $71.5 points for Cash Kerner. 71.5. Wyatt Gleason from Sundre is going to be next to go. Sixth Sense is the name of the bucket horse. C Plus Rodeo. Roy and Earl Call from 150 Mile House. Bringing us this bucket horse. Margot's Meats is the chute that we're in. Now, our first aid attendants have reminded us to keep hydrated. Keep in the shade if you can. Keep hydrated, keep cool. Drink lots of water. We would like to thank our first aid attendants. They're all volunteers. 5 of them come to us from Kamloops, and 1 comes from the Queen Charlotte Islands. So put your hands together for our first aid attendants. They're situated right below the VIP grandstand. The other little bit of housekeeping I got, for us sitting up here in the VIP/announcers booth, at the end of the rodeo, don't dump your coolers out because it runs through the floor down onto the first aid people. They don't appreciate that because they got to stick around for the Ranch Challenge. So, Wyatt Gleason, Sundre, Margot's Meats the buck and shoot. 86.5 at the top of the Coors Light leaderboard in the bareback riding. Let's see how Wyatt Gleason's going to do on the grade. Come on, Wyatt. Hey, he's going on with it. He don't give up on him. Wyatt Gleason looking for one of our 2 Ram pickup men. Now we can hear you, folks. The Sundre Cowboy tips his Saratelli to you. Now again, judges have 1 to 25 for the stock, 1 to 25 for the Cowboy. How about 71.5 for Wyatt Gleason? 71.5 is what we have on the grease boards. Denny Phipps is going to be next to go. Cochrane, Alberta. Here's a cowboy that's been riding bucking horses his entire adult life. a CFR qualifier, and he's got the horse you'd want in this pen. This horse's name is Strawberry. This Red Roan gelding carried Dusty LaValle to 87 points at the Drayton Valley Pro Rodeo about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago now. Roy Call and C Plus Rodeo bringing some horses over to the Drayton Valley Pro Rodeo to pay the favor back to John Duffy. And we did enjoy having him there. Caribou Spurs is the chute that we're in. So Denny Phipps, he's pretty excited about this one. One of two Phipps boys, his older brother Jay, no longer a competitor in the bareback riding business. Denny Phipps from Cochrane. The school teacher. School's out for summer. Come on, Denny. Strawberry. Folks, how about that for a bucking horse rider on the Red Roan? Pay him off, Denny Phipps. Nice ride, Denny. And the score coming back, 79 points for Denny Phipps today, 7-9. As we watch it on the replay board, this horse has some moves. Cole Jameson is going to be next to go from Red Deer. Ginger is the name of the brown mare, Mueller Electric, in the Coors Light bareback riding. Molson and Coors Light, the official beer of the 2015 Williams Lake Stampede. Cole Jameson, a Red Deer. Ginger. This is one of the horses they were 83 points on in the second performance. We had a pile of them 83, still an 86 at the top of the leaderboard. Jake Vold still leading it. Cole Jameson. Red Deer, Alberta. Mueller Electric's the chute, as he wants to have everything just right. All right, last bareback rider in the section today. Let's see how Cole Jameson's going to fare. Ginger. Come on, Cole. Folks, put your hands together for the young man from Red Deer, Alberta. How about 80 and a half points? 80 and a half is going to put a smile on Cole Jameson's face. If you enjoy the Coors Light bareback riding, let our bareback riders know right now. Thanks to Coors Light for bringing us our bareback riding. Now, if you're attending your first performance of this year's Williams Lake Stampede or your fourth, one of our most exciting events is the mountain race, and these courageous men get an introduction as they make their way up the hill each and every performance. The mountain racers. This year, we have 8 fearless men who've started, and they've all made it through the first 3 days. Day number 4. Actually, the third time the mountain races are running is on doubleheader Friday. They only ran once. We're going to introduce our mountain racers to you. They're going to ride through and get down to where they need to be. Up across from the Boitano Mall is where they start. Let's welcome in Quentin McRae, Arnold Chilhitzia, Tyson Cootley, Darren Sulin, Leo Quilt, Shona Archakin, Darren Sida, and Conway Alulua. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you our rodeo entertainer all the way from Charlotte, North Carolina, Mr. Austin Stewart.
What's up, Williams Lake? Hey, sorry, sir, you're late. Hurry up, get to the top of the hill.
Wait a minute.
What?
I thought for a minute they might have been in the Letterbuck Saloon.
How is the Letterbuck Saloon doing today?
It was doing great last night.
Oh, dude, they were rowdy as all get out last night.
You couldn't buy a place
Did
to
you not
stand.
get the email? Did you not get it? We said to be here on time today.
Where did you come from?
Huh?
Where did you come from?
Where did I come from?
Yeah.
The Letterbuck Saloon.
No, where did you come from to get to Williams Lake?
Charlotte, North Carolina.
How far is that?
4,000 miles.
When did you get here?
Thursday.
Exactly. These guys live here and they're still running late. Is there any more before we carry on?
Hey, there's one more.
One more.
We're waiting.
We're waiting. That's Leo Quilt. Leo, the pressure's on you. I mean, the pressure's really on you.
The last one to get up the hill should be the first one down, huh?
All right. If you like tie-down roping as much as I do, the Mountain Poly Mining Corporation brings us our tie-down roping. Kirk Robinson of Red Deer County, Alberta. You know, he's from Innisfail. His dad's from Innisfail. His granddad's from Innisfail. He's from Innisfail. Kirk Robinson, Mountain Poly Mining Corporation. Thank you to Dale Reimer and the Mountain Poly Mining Corporation staff for your continued support at the Williams Lake Stampede. Gustafson's Chrysler Chute number 9 is where we're at. Here's one of the young guns in our business. I've watched this cowboy come up through the ranks of amateur rodeo, high school rodeo, Cara rodeo, and here he is at the tippy top at the Williams Lake Stampede. Come on, Kirk, it'd look good on you. Use the long one to catch him, the short one to tie him up. Runs down his rope quick, brings him against his Wranglers to his Brahma boots. There's the tie. How about it? Third generation tie-down roper. 11-4 is his time, 11.4. Now we would also like to thank Alltech, Interior Roads Limited, Home Hardware, D&S Electric, Houston Agencies, Mainline Roofing Company, Best Western of Williams Lake, and of course the Real Canadian Wholesale Club. Ben Robinson from Red Deer County is going to be next to go. Ben Robinson, Red Deer County. Brother Ben. Now I see, Austin, did you see the police?
The police?
They were selling tickets in the grandstand earlier.
Oh, I thought they were writing tickets for people not wearing pink.
I was kind of wondering about that. Thinking we're kind of taking this tough enough to wear pink thing pretty serious when the
Yeah, I
cops
figured
show
they were
up.
just writing tickets away.
Sorry, sir. You're wearing
Seem
the
to
wrong
write
color
me
shirt.
one every day.
I don't know. I think they're selling 50-50 tickets. You know, Ben Robinson. No catch, no time.
Hey, Tyson,
Yes, sir.
I really kind of wondered if they were asking for money for donuts. We all know they like them.
No, now you're going to get yourself in trouble. Oh, they're in the beer gardens.
Hey!
I bet you they're going to sell more 50-50 tickets in the beer gardens than the rest of the entire grandstand. Hey, guys, no sampling the product while you're over there either.
Yep.
Keely Bonnet from Panoka.
Hey, we had a good giveaway for that 50-50, huh? Yesterday was high.
You know, and today I think the 50-50 is going to be just as big as yesterday. And everyone that bought a ticket, $1 from every ticket sold to today's performance goes to the Tough Enough to Wear Pink. We're going to explain that a
How
little bit
about
later
that?
on. That's pretty cool.
good.
Keely Bonnet from Panoka. All right, Keely. Swing and a miss, no time. You know what? He's one of them young guys I've had the pleasure of watching grow up through the years. Put your hands together for Keely Bonnet as well. Lee Rombo from Sexsmith, Alberta. That's a good town to be from, eh, Austin?
Yes, sir.
Can you imagine if you moved there? Austin Stewart of Sexsmith?
Hey, look, never mind. I can't even go there with that.
Lee Rombo has been a professional rodeo cowboy for many years. Last year, he qualified for his first Canadian Finals at rodeo, and man, did he do it in style. Lee Rombo overcame injury to make it to the Canadian Finals. He'd like to get a little bit of a kickstart to the 2015 season right here in Williams Lake over the Cowboy Christmas. Come on, Lee. Reaches out, catches him. Down his rope. Flank him up against your Wranglers, down to your Brahma boots, tie him up. You know what to do, Williams Lake. Nine and 2, but we got some bad news. 9 and 2 plus 10.
Oh.
A broken barrier. What the barrier does is ensure that each and every calf that we use in the tie-down roping is out a certain distance, out of chute number 9, Gustafson's preferred timed event chute. If it does not have the determined head start and the horse comes and breaks the plane of the box, he's going to end up getting a speeding ticket of 10 seconds. And when we look at the leaderboard in this event, and I mean the tie-down rope has been tough. A 7-5, Timber Moores at the top. A 7-7, holding on to second place, Clint Robinson, and then Dean Edge with an 8 flat. A 10-second penalty, it's not good, not good. Jeremy Kempker, Eugene, Missouri.
Hey, do you steal that soundtrack from like my hometown or what?
Your soundtrack from your hometown, Charlotte, North Carolina.
I mean, that's some like old moonshine running music there.
Isn't that where all the NASCAR garages are?
Yeah, we got any NASCAR fans here?
Actually, there's stock car races this Stampede weekend here in Williams Lake.
I actually bet there's probably a few hockey fans here, huh? We got any Vancouver Canuck fans?
Jeremy Kempker, the cowboy from Missouri, looking to be quicker than 7-5 in the Mount Pauly Mining Corporation tie-down roping, and he could do it. Nine and 8, 9.8. What is the anthem from North Carolina?
I think that would be like Wagon Wheel.
Like Wagon Wheel?
Well, like probably Wagon Wheel. That would probably.
Cody
Yeah, that's
McCarty,
it.
Temperance, Missouri.
Come on. Come on. I just need my clogging shoes. I'd really be doing something.
Don't tell me you're a clogger. Cody McCartney. Set to go right now. Mount Pauly Mining Corporation. Cody McCartney.
It's my buddy right here.
25th right now. 25 years young is what this cowboy is. He travels with Blair Burke down the rodeo road. Looking to make an impression here in Williams Lake. Come on, look at the gray horse. Talk about speed coming out of the box. And that's what you need to catch these calves. He's going to put on some pressure. Nine and 5 will be his regular time.
No.
Wait a minute. Well, the calf kicked out before the 6 seconds. Bernie Rivet, our flag field judge. He's got a stopwatch. It goes to 6 seconds. If the calf doesn't stay tied for a full 6, comes untied, a disqualification. You know what? That cowboy came a long way to be here to Williams Lake. Put your hands together for him. Our timers, Patty Thomas, Sharon Henry, Lonnie Rolfe, our 3 ladies that time all of our timed event runs and our rough stock events as well. Curtis Cassidy, Denelda, Alberta. Curtis Cassidy, Denelda, Alberta, 15-time Canadian finalist, 8-time High Point champion of Canada. Now, the way you win the High Point Championship, you have the most money won in 2 or more events. His 2 or more events include tie-down roping and steer wrestling. This guy was the 2001 tie-down roping champion, and he has not given up anything. 7th in the Canadian standings for Curtis. He won Coleman with an 8 and 3. Come on, Kurt, let's make a run. Catches him quick. Flanks him. Now he goes to time. Look at this. He represents the sport well. Curtis Cassidy of Denelda. He's one of the cowboys you're going to see at the Calgary Stampede this year. 9 and 2 is his time. 9 and 2 for Curtis. Now again, the 6 seconds On the stopwatch, has to elapse before we call it a complete run, and a 9 and 2 is good. J.C. Crowley, Poplar, Montana. Our neighbor to the south in the Mount Poly Mining Corporation tie-down roping. Pinnacle Renewable Energy Group, Tim Lloyd Construction. We'd also like to thank Caribou Steel and Machining, Exal Power Services, West Fraser Timber, and of course, Williams Lake Log Haulers. They're honoring Don McLeod and George Palmatier for years of dedicated service. J.C. Crowley, Poplar, Montana. Now our judge looking after the barriers, Ward Henry, Tim Thompson. Looking after any barrier infractions. Here we go, J.C. Crowley. Come on, J.C. Down the rope quickly. Well, you know what? He knows he's not going to get a competitive time, so he's calling in the cavalry, folks. Put your hands together for J.C. Crowley as he opts to take a no time today. Let's go to the man we introduced you to during our opening ceremonies from the grand entry, Blair Burke from Durant, Oklahoma. If you are a fan of rodeo and the Wrangler NFR, you know who this man is. He's 7th right now in the world standings. He's a 14-time Wrangler National finalist. 14 times he's been to the World Series of Rodeo. He's 10th on the all-time money won list in the PRCA. He's a 1993 Resist All Rookie of the Year in the tie-down roping and the all-around. He won Red Bluff, California already this year. He won Innisfail with a 7 and 2. 7.2 seconds. Imagine how quick that is. With any luck, we'll get to see exactly how quick it is in a moment's time. Blair Burke, 7th right now in the world standings. All right, Blair. His dad was a roper. If you come from Oklahoma and your dad was a roper, I guarantee you, you are going to be a roper. Blair Burke, Durant, Oklahoma. Getting set to go. Gustafson's Chrysler, chute number 9, is the preferred chute that we use for this event. Mount Poly Mining Corporation, our corporate partner for the tie-down roping. Here we go, Blair Burke. Come on, Blair. Let's make a run. Now the catch is half of it, but look at the tie. Strings 1, brings 2, ties them up, help them out. How about it? 9 and 0. 9 and 0 is his Wrangler running time. 7 and 5, still at the top of the leaderboard. Well, we've got competitors from all over North America. This next guy, no exception, Matt Shizawa. Chubbuck, Idaho is where this cowboy comes from. You know, before Blair leaves the arena, give him one more round of applause. It's always great to have a world-renowned cowboy such as Blair Burke in our arena. We wish him best of luck as he heads down the road. That 9-0 is going to be about 10th place. A split with Logan Bird, Blair Burke, Shane Hatchie. Might be in the money. Matt Shizawa. Here's your 2014 Canadian champion. All right. Wait a minute. Well, you know what? It's the luck of the draw, depending on which calf you get, and you make your own luck. That's what he'll tell you. Shazam! You know, I want to see that again on the replay board because he can make a bad run look good. I mean, that calf did not help him out at all. 9 and 1. You know what? A little bit of a dodge to the right. That's what a champion's all about, making the best of a bad situation. That's what Matt Shizawa did right there, folks. Put your hands together for the cowboy. A 7-time Wrangler NFR qualifier and the 2011 average champion at the Wrangler NFR. Stacy Cornett from Brant, Alberta. Stacy Cornett, Brant, Alberta. The 43-year young cowboy. I had a visit with this man last night in the Cowboys hospitality tent. Kind of a neat deal. His son is going to the National High School Rodeo Finals here in a week or two. Ladies barrel racing, we hope you've enjoyed the intermission and had a chance to rehydrate. Ram Trucks bringing us the ladies barrels. Mary Walker, Enos, Texas. We are going to start it with a world champion from 2012. She's a 3-time Wrangler National finalist. She's 14th right now in the Women's Professional Rodeo Association standings. Here she comes, Mary Walker. Her husband, a world champion steer wrestler as well. As she gets to the third barrel, we're going to ask you to turn it up, turn her loose. Her running time is 16:147. 16:147. Marcy Lay of Bashaw. We're going to check where that is on the leaderboard. Marcy Lay. That is good for second place right now. Marcy Lay, Bashaw, Alberta. Home of the Bashaw Flash, but he moved. So we can call Marcy Lay the new Bashaw Flash. Marcy Lay, CFR qualifier. Here she goes, barrel racing analyst on CBC for the Calgary Stampede. Wait a minute. That is not what she wanted to have happen here in Williams Lake at the Stampede this year, folks. She's going to get around barrel 2, look to the third barrel. You know what? We better thank the cowgirl for coming out, Marcy Lay. Broken pattern, no time is what the judges tell us. Broken pattern, no time. Brittany Schnee, Paso Robles, California. Brittany Schnee. Ladies barrel racing brought to us by Ram Trucks. We'd also like to thank Tactical Supplies, White Ranches, and LA Fence and Gate. The cowgirl from California. The cowgirl from California, Brittany Schnee. Paso Robles, California. On the gray. Doesn't matter what color the horse is as long as it can run. 16.147. Our fast running time of the day so far. Oh, this is a good looking horse. Barrel number 3 leaves it standing. 16.452, 16.452. 16.452 is her running time. Now, because of the turnouts we have, we go 6 on paper. Brooke Robertson's a turnout as well, so we are going to have to do a little groundwork with that tractor. We need bronc riders, these bronc riders, to fill out their paperwork for the Ranch Challenge. Cameron Jacobs, Tom Hyde. We also need Ted Sam to the local rodeo office. Cameron Jacobs, Tom Hyde for the Ranch Challenge. We also need Ted Sam. Go to the rodeo office. Thanks to Shoppers Drug Mart, Surplus Herbies, the Coast Fraser Inn, Toco Industries, Williams Lake Husky Restaurant, and Fueling Station, A&W Restaurant, BC Insulators, and Cleanway Supplies. Valerie Gillespie, Finnegan, Alberta. Remember Finnegan from Mr. Dressup, Casey and Finnegan? That's her hometown, Finnegan, Alberta. Valerie Gillespie. 5 barrel raisers left on our Ram Rodeo barrel racing program. 16.147, good for second place. Kayla Melby, 16.143, the young cowgirl from Texas, or I should say Oklahoma's in the lead. Here we go, the cowgirl from Finnegan. Looking to the top barrel, nice looking horse. Williams Lake, you know what to do as she rounds the top one and heads for home. 16-5-2-2. 16-5-2-2. Kristen Jurdy, Prince George, British Columbia. Prince George, BC, home of the Cougars and the Spruce Kings and the Caribou Cougars. Well, there's been a lot of great hockey players come out of this Caribou area. They have to go through Prince George to get out, though, it seems. Kirsten Jurdy, Prince George Cowgirl. Boy, we used to have some good times up there at the PGX the second weekend of August. If you get a chance to attend. Kirsten Jurdy, Prince George, looks across the barrel, too. All right, Kristen. You know what? Let's pretend like that didn't happen. Let's cheer her on as she's northbound and down at a high rate of equine acceleration. 16-376 plus 5 becomes a 21-376. Well, let's go a little further north than Prince George. Let's go all the way to Dawson Creek. Marty Hampton. Marty Hampton is our cowgirl is about to run. Dawson Creek is where she's from. They got 2 rodeos up there in Dawson Creek right now. The indoor spring rodeo and then the annual fall fair, the one the second weekend of August. The Dawson Creek Exposition, the biggest show in the piece. Marty Hampton, she'll be there running. Wearing pink because she's TUFF tough on the buckskin horse. Circles 3, it's your turn. 16-708. 16708 is her running time. Janelle Tellerico from Cache Creek. Haynes Office, Allied Blower, Subway of Williams Lake. Subway makes great sandwiches in Williams Lake. They're great to share. You get the 12-inch, cut it right down the middle, and you can share it with your friends. Santronic Business Systems, United Concrete and Gravel, and Speedy Petey's. Another good way to cool off is by having a Revel or something cool like that. That's a good way to hydrate and keep cool as well. Have a Revel, a Freezy. Janelle Tellerico, Cache Creek, cowgirl. Come on, Cache Creek. I know you're here watching as she is picking up some ground right now, barrels 1 and 2. Let's hear the rodeo fans from Cache Creek that are in attendance. 16-6-6-3. 16-6-6-3. Her Wrangler running time. Allie Late from Cayley. Allie Late from Cayley, Alberta. We've seen her husband, Matt Late, in the bareback riding yesterday. All right, Allie. Let's make a run. Goes to the first barrel. Well, this is the home to the BC Barrel Racing Association Finals, the 4th, 5th, and 6th of September this year. If you like your barrel racing fast and furious, you're going to want to be there. Allie Late. 19-370, 19-370. That is going to wrap up the ladies' barrel racing thanks to Ram Trucks. Mary Walker with a 16-147, currently sitting in second place. Well, we got a new event here at the Williams Lake Stampede. It's actually the second year they've been running it. It's called the Wild Cowgirl Riders. Everything's wild out here in Williams Lake. The wild horse race, the wild cow milking. The Wild Cowgirl Riders. Catch them if you can. What they do is they come in through the infield. They're going to go out to the second turn of the track, and they've got it measured out so it's a perfect quarter mile. Let's meet our Wild Cowgirls. Courtney Butler, Martina Deld, Nicole Roberts, Katrina Sukert, Randy Tate, Ashley Bowman, Megan Sam, and Terrace Billy Boy. Well, speaking of wild horse racing. If you want to spell confusion, you can spell it WHR. It's short for Wild Horse Racing. That's about what it is. They got 8 teams this year. We use all the chutes from Celtic Engineering all the way down to Hub Barton Insurance. They're Doyle Washlachu of Edmonton, Jeff Jarsma, Kyle Harstead, Shane Hudson, Al Puhalo of Quesnel, Owen McKinley from Okotoks, Tyson Belanger from Terrace, BC, and of course, Jake Holman from Quesnel. It's Wild Horse Race. Oh, we got some big ones here today. Well, we got a couple teams putting the saddles on. They got to ride between the fence and the barrel. The Puhalo team, the Harstead team. Well, you're going the wrong way, cowboy. Them guys look like they're dressed for the prison rodeo. Folks, the Payne horse is mounted. They're all riding today. I don't think you're going to do well in the equine division. They're trying to haze that Payne horse. Folks, put your hands together for all of our wild horse racing teams out there. Brought to us by the Canadian Wild Horse Racing Association. There's still lots of time left as these guys trying to mount up. Folks, put your hands together for all of our wild horse racing teams. It looks like the Puhalo team having the most success out there today. The Harstead team, second. Now we call in the cavalry, our pickup men, Wade McNulty, Earl Call, to circle them and bring them around. As they bring them out that Home Hardware outgate, the Home Hardware Center outgate. Good job, guys. So what do you think of that, Austin? Is that redneck enough for you?
Hey, that's redneck enough for me. How about that, Williams Lake? That was awesome. If it's got 4 wheels on it or 4 legs, I'm down. I think that's awesome. Hey, I got a few giveaways to give away.
What do you got there?
I got some nice new cowboy hats by Molson and Coors.
Right on, original Coors hats. How are you going to give these away?
Well, I don't know. Whoever's the loudest, I might throw you one. Who wants a free hat? How about you, Beer Gardens? Oh, yeah. Who wants one? Last one.
Thank you to our friends at Coors Light and Molson for the cowboy hats. As we are ready for the Wild Cowgirl race, as they are lined up there just out of the second turn, it's a quarter-mile race for these ladies. And they've 2 groups of them. The top teams tomorrow, the top race horse and rider will get to compete in the winner-take-all finals tomorrow. There's a buckle up and a lot of prize money. We would like to thank the Williams Lake Stampede Committee, Monica's Farrier Services, Diamond 7 Performance Horses, Caribou Spurs, Beaver Valley Feeds, and of course Caribou Saddlery for sponsoring the Wild Cowgirl Horse Race. Waiting for everything to be just right. They're going to start them there in the corner. Yesterday they had a little bit of a glitch before they started, and the horse that ended up having the glitch ended up winning. There's the horn, and they're off. The races are on right now, as it looks to be in the lead. The lime green Katrina Sukert, as she's just going by the Trail Riders Barn right now. The Trail Riders Barn, home of the Williams Lake Trail Riders, gets around that the third turn is where they're at. Coming into turn number 4. Turn number 4 is they're coming down the home stretch. It still looks to be the cowgirl wearing the red, Ashley Bowman, now in the lead. Straw hat, the white jersey, and the black. He's none other than Greg Loring Jr., bullfighter extraordinaire. And the man that's tough enough to wear pink, Mr. David Cars. And you know, Dave, he wears pink all the time. Because that's the kind of guy he is. Because he is that tough. Greg Loring Jr., he was the man in black. But in the heat, good call. Good call. Decided to go with some white. William Barrows, foremost. Here's where the Cowboys from. Come on, William. Winner, Coleman of the 72. There you go. Put your hands together for William Barrows. Good ride, William. This event is brought to us by the Williams Lake Tribune. The Williams Lake Tribune. $72 points for William Barrows. 72. 72. Not too shabby. Next up is going to be Quade Hewson. Luke Ferber is winning this event with a 77. Quade Hewson from Foremost. You know, I kind of recognize the guy behind the chutes today, when I was going to the rodeo office. Now, I'm guessing that this has got to be Clark Hewson's boy. Because there was 2 Hewsons that used to rodeo 20-some years ago when I first started announcing. There was Vane Hewson, who's an all-around champion. And there was Clark Hewson, who's a tie-down roper, made the Canadian finals. Clark, is this your boy? Absolutely. Good to see you, man. Quade Hewson from Foremost, Alberta. Come on, Quade. Make a ride. How about it? Let's hear it for him, boy. Steer rider Quade Hewson from Foremost, traveling down the rodeo road with his dad. That's pretty cool. Easy. Hey, clown boy, everything all right? Are you a little scared?
Is he gone?
Do you need a Kleenex? A tissue? How about 76 for Quade Hewson? 76, good enough for second right now.
Whew. I'm glad y'all thought that was funny.
You're okay now?
I'm good.
Don't
Get
hurt
the best
yourself.
seat in the house.
Here we go, Charlie Yahi, Charlie Lake, BC. Folks, put your hands together. A lot of great Cowboys have come out of that Charlie Lake, BC country. Justin Voles, Canadian champion, Calgary Stampede champion. That's where he's from. Put your hands together for the future rodeo right now. Quay Houston with a 76, our second highest mark ride of the weekend. The Williams Lake Tribune. Thanks to Kathy McLean and the Tribune staff for all their great support and advertising for this year's Williams Lake Stampede. We'd also like to thank the BC Livestock Association, the Quesnel Rodeo Association. Don't forget their events taking place July 17th, 18th, and 19th, as well as the BCRA Finals, September 11th, 12th, and 13th. Spectra Power Sports Limited, 6 ATVs that they're letting the Williams Lake Stampede Association use around the grounds. They save 1 million footsteps. Van Cooper's Contracting, the Williams Lake and District Credit Union, Nuco Logging, and Papyrus Printing. Ranch Bronc Riders, come behind the chutes, please. Ranch Bronc Riders, come behind the chutes. What are you doing down there?
I'm taking a picture.
On your smartphone?
On my smartphone. I'm about to post it on the Williams Lake Stampede's Facebook page.
Ah, yes. What do you do if you post the best picture?
On Facebook, if you go to Williams Lake Stampede and post a picture or hashtag WL Stampede on Instagram, you have an opportunity of winning a swag bag.
A swag bag? That's stuff we all get.
I'm getting my entry in now. How about we put a video up? Huh? All right, everybody wave. Williams Lake Stampede, you are on camera going on Instagram right now.
Oh, you're doing the panoramic view.
Got it. Come on. That's what I like to see.
Clint Bueller, Trent Tunkey, our first team to go. Team Open is brought to us by Scotiabank, Yachloak, and the Williams Lake Scotiabank staff. Great supporters and volunteers to the Williams Lake Stampede. Gustafson's Chrysler timed event shoot number 9, as well as Home Hardware, Windsor Plywood, Tim Hortons, Gibraltar Mines, as well as Cal Tire, Town Taxi, and Lake Town Furnishings. This team won Innisfail with a 5-1. We introduced them to you a couple hours ago during our grand entry celebrations. Trent Tunkey, making his home in Medicine Hat, was raised at Edson. Clint Bueller from Okotoks. There's your leaderboard, 5-0. Clay White, Brett Buss with a 5 flat. Then Grady Brandon, Kyle Luke, 5-0. Pretty nice times have been turned in. A fair 5 and 3s in there as well for third. Clint and Trent. Clint Bueller, Trent Tunkey. Let's see if they can be close to that 5-1 again. There's a head catch. Go there, the heels. No. Couldn't keep his dallies, folks. Put your hands together for Bueller and Tunkey in no time. Last chance to get your entry in for the Brahma boot draw. If you haven't done it yet, please do it before the end of the team open. We're going to give away a pair of Brahma boots before we're done today. And just because the CPRA events finish up with the bull riding, we want you to stay around for the Ranch Challenge Saddle Bronc riding. That is always good watching. The Ranch Challenge Saddle Bronc riding. Then we're going to have the Global FMX Professional Freestyle Motocross. Then the rest of the Ranch Challenge events. There'll be a couple of those, so lots of entertainment yet going on, even though the CPRA events are just about wrapping up. Dugan Kelly and Cody Snow. Dugan Kelly and Cody Snow. Head catch, heel catch, beautiful. Nice. 4 and 5 is going to be their time in the field, but a broken barrier becomes a 14 and 5, a 10-second speeding ticket. Clint Brower from Stettler and Trey Gallet from Sundre. The team from Stettler and Sundre, a couple of young guns. We would like to thank Montana Silversmith's OK Tire Store, Tim Lloyd Construction, Pinnacle Renewable Energy Group, Jepson Petroleum, Caribou Steel and Machine, as well as XL Power Services, West Fraser Timber, B&J Trucking, and Interactive Broadcasting. Scotiabank Team Open, Clint Brower, Trey Gallet. Getting set to go. Clint and Trey. Sherry got her wireless mic. Clint and Trey. Well, they are not tied hard and fast. It's dally rope, and you got to dally up to turn them. And that is probably the hardest part of the deal. Put your hands together for Clint and Trey. Lee Rombo and Chad Kurtz are next to go. A pair of 5s at the top of the leaderboard. Lee Rombo made the CFR last year in the tie-down rope, and Chad Kurtz are rodeo competitors right now out of Fort Saskatchewan. Lee Rombo, Chad Kurtz getting ready to compete. 5-0 at the top of the leaderboard in the Scotiabank team roping. We're rolling one. Thank you. Riley Roy and Casey Wierstra. Roll another. Miles Kobold, Jacob Scott. Thanks, guys. Miles Kobold, Jacob Scott. Shepherd, Montana, and Rocky Mountain House. Now, how does a team get together from Shepherd, Montana, and Rocky Mountain House? Miles and Jacob. 5-0. The top of the leaderboard right now, a pair of them. Header trying to get his horse settled down in the box. Miles Kobold. Well, little malfunction there with the barrier. Once again, attendance today, 3,460 in attendance. 3,460 paid attendance today. That's pretty good for a Sunday. We're going to remind you tomorrow, the rodeo performance starts a little earlier tomorrow, an hour. We're going to start it at 12:45. 12:45 is when we're starting it tomorrow. The Global FMX is going first. And tomorrow we're changing the order of the events up a little bit. Global FMX Professional Freestyle Motocross will actually be opening the rodeo tomorrow at 12:45. So if you want to catch them, 7 a.m. you can catch Stampede breakfast at 4 different locations in the city. The Stampede concession starts at 7 a.m. at the Stampede infield just behind us. Rotary Club of Williams Lake breakfast at the Lake City Ford backlot from 7 to 11. Knights of Columbus pancake breakfast is at the Save On Foods parking lot. They never run out of anything. And the Legion indoor breakfast is at the Legion from 8:30 to 12. Now, something neat, if you've never been to a rodeo performance before, you've never been around a farm or a ranch, and you want to get a little more up close and personal with our animals, Roy Cole of C Plus Rodeo puts on a Behind the Bucking Chutes tour at 9 a.m. Just behind, you just meet over here by the rodeo office, by the concession stand. That's the Behind the Chute tour tomorrow at 9 a.m. 11 a.m.'s when the Bronco Buster Trade Fair and family events begin behind the grandstand, as well as a Firefighter Beef on the Bun and Knights of Columbus concession behind the grandstand. Well, no time for Miles Kobold and Jacob Scott. No time for that team. Put your hands together for them. At our rodeo performance again, we start at 12:45 tomorrow with Global FMX Freestyle Motocross. Travis Galley. Is this Travis and Kevin? No, who is it? Go up, all right. Riley Roy, Casey Wierstra? Excellent. Riley Roy, Casey Wierstra, Strathmore, and Brooks. Riley Roy. Born into the cowboy way as a rodeo family. Casey Wierstra. From a team roping family as well. Riley Roy, Casey Wierstra, 5-0 is the time that we are trying to beat. There we go. Nice head catch. Turn around, pick up the heels. +5 in the field, 10 at the barrier. 4 and 3 plus 15. 4 and 3 would have been leading it, but he becomes a 19 and 3. A broken barrier's worth 10, a missed heel's worth 5. Well, let's move up one more to Lee Rombo and Chad Kurtz. Lee and Chad are going now. Well, I'll tell you, probably one of the hardest jobs here to volunteer for at the Williams Lake Stampede is the guys that are handling the livestock in the pens underneath that supervision board. There is absolutely no shade there. There's a little bit of a blue tarp for the livestock, but as the volunteers, they are exposed to the sun all day long, and they do a fantastic job. Bruce Rolfe and his crew down there. Bruce from Horsefly. Lee Rombo, Chad Kurtz. On again, off again, and no time. No time. You know what? I heard a few of you do it, but let's give them volunteers that are working the livestock a big round of applause. If you think it's hot where you are, just be where they are. Travis Galley of Red Deer, Alberta. Kevin Schreiner of Medicine Hat. And if you think it's hot here, at the end of the month of July, they go to the Medicine Hat Stampede. You want to see hot. But it's a dry heat, so it's not that bad. It'll get up to like 40, 41. Travis Galley of Red Deer is a 3-time Canadian champion with 14 CFR qualifications under his belt. Kevin Schreiner, 2009 Canadian champion, 8 CFR qualifications. Kevin Schreiner puts on a team roping called the No Whiners Team Roping at his place in Medicine Hat. Here we go. Come on, Travis. Catches the head. Turn him around. Schreiner goes for the heels. Folks, put your hands together. Two of the greats in our game on no time. Dale Scottapole and Stacy Cornett. Dale Scottapole, Stacy Cornett. Here's the team combined. They've been to the Canadian finals 11 times between the two of them. Both of them are in the tie-down roping today, looking to get some money to get back to Alberta. Dale Scottapole, Stacy Cornett, Big Valley and Brant. Turns out Stacy Cornett does a little bit of team roping jackpots with one of our timers' nephews back in Alberta. Lonnie Rolfe's got some nephews that rope. Had some success at some jackpots. Here we go. Dale Scottapole, head catch, goes for the heels. Nice run. Oh, man. You could tell by the start that the steer just kind of balked a little bit. 5-0, they would have been at the top of the leaderboard, but a broken barrier becomes a 15-0, folks. Pay that team off. Scottapole and Cornett, good try, guys. You just tell. Dale tried to hold them up and just, if this was baseball, the runner would have got to advance bases when the pitcher balks. But in rodeo, there is no do-overs. Clay Eulery of Two Hills and Devin Wigmeyer of Brooks. A couple of Cactus Cowboys right here in the Scotiabank team roping. Clay Eulery from Two Hills. 22 years young, just a kid. Already 3 CFR qualifications. Winners at Lee Park with a 5-0. Devin Wigmeyer from Brooks. Couple of the young guys in the team roping game. Well, you got to rope for first because they don't remember who come in second on Monday morning. Put the hands together for Clay Eulery, Devin Wigmeyer. Trent Peterson, Jace Lambert. Our team, half of them from BC. Trent Peterson of Claresholm, Alberta. Jace Lambert of Langley. Here we go. Trent Peterson, Jace Lambert. There's the head catch. Goes for the heels. +5 in the field, +10 at the barrier. Man, that's 15 seconds. 6 and 1 plus 15's 21 and 1. Folks, put your hands together for all of our team ropers here today. We had a hard time getting out of there clean. We just want to let everyone know that's in attendance today, there was a cowgirl that competed in that cowgirl race, and when they finished the race, her horse went down. The horse's name is Kokanee. It's just heat exhaustion. The horse is up now. Martina Durfeld is all right. It's the horse she was riding. So everyone's all right. The horse is okay. The cowgirl's okay. Just, I'll tell you what. I don't know what it is. Someone said it's 34 degrees in the shade today, or 36 in the shade. So thank goodness they have this railing here in case I feel faint and want to fall out. Okay, attendance is 3460. The 50-50 draw is happening momentarily. But before we do that, I would like to turn the microphone over to the lady down below me in the pink. Sherry Bullock. And it looks like they finally come together after all these years. Thanks for showing up, guys. Sherry Bullock, a hard-working director of the Williams Lake Stampede Association. She has a wireless microphone. She's down there with Fred Thomas. I'm going to turn it over to them, too. Ladies and gentlemen, you are responsible for the money that was raised here today. $1 from every ticket sale went to this cause. And again, put your hands together for Sherry Bullock and the Cops for Cancers. Jim, I hope you get feeling better. I hope you got her beat, buddy. He's one of the friendliest faces I get to see every time I go to the rodeo office. Jim Byer, our office administrator here at the Williams Lake Stampede. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, let's hear it for the Cops for Cancers. Thank you, Sherry. It's good to get out of that office and get down here to the rodeo arena. The 50-50 draw. Reach into your pockets right now. Reach into your Wranglers. Pull out your ticket. It's worth $2,852 today. $2,852. It is lucky ticket number 7616. 7616. I'm looking at the tickets that the timers and myself buy every day, and it looks like we'll have to work tomorrow. Number 7616. If you have that number, take it to the program booth behind the grandstand, and you can claim your prize. Brahma Boots. Rachel Broadbent of Huntsville, Ontario is going to walk home in a pair of Brahma Boots. Welcome to Western Canada. Caribou Spurs is the chute we're going to go. Do we have any bull riding fans here today? I'm going to ask one more time, do we have any bull riding fans? Our bullfighters are Greg Loring Jr. in the white, David Carnes in the pink, and we're going to start with the bull ride and sensation from the Siksika First Nation, Travis McGuire. This cowboy has been lighting it up everywhere in Canada. Coleman, he was 89.5 points. Let's do it today. Riddick, come on, McGuire. Look at him ride. Travis McGuire, let's hear it for David Carnes and Greg Loring Jr. Good job, guys. That's what they do best. You know that McGuire, 87.5 to win Drayton Valley, 86 to win at Falkland. Watch this bull. Riddick from C Plus Rodeo. And I mean, he's bucked off there. He should have went down, but he didn't. He stayed on because he's got the cowboy try. But you know, you can only do so much once he got down in the well. Now watch our bullfighters run in. David Carnes, Greg Loring Jr. They're going to get in there, get that bull away from him. Loring grabs the loop, the rope, and gets him out. Put your hands together for our bullfighters, Loring and Carnes. Good job. PMT, Chartered Accountants, adds up all the money here at the Williams Lake Stampede. That's a good-looking brindle bull. What?
You know what you call this right here?
What?
You know what you call this right here?
What do they call this guy?
Hamburger helper.
Hamburger helper. I've never heard that one. Wyatt Gleason of Sundre.
Oh, Williams Lake.
That ain't a black rock.
Come on.
Wesley Silcox. Paintball's the bull. Sometimes they give us the name of the cowboy. Sometimes they give us the name of the bull. Wesley Silcox, it is not. It is Stephen Woolsey. Paintball from C Plus Rodeo, the 2005 Resist All World Rookie of the Year. His bull riding hero is Jim Sharp. How many people here remember the Razor, the great Jim Sharp, rode bulls tough 20 years ago? He was one of the best. You're older, right, Jim Sharp? Stephen Woolsey, Payson, Utah. 25th in the Windham Repertory standings. Oh, look at this. Let's look to our leaderboard right now. In the bull riding yesterday, we had an 83 for Jesse Torkelson, an 82.5 Lonnie West. How about 82 points for Stephen Woolsey, 82 on paintball.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wyatt Gleason is going to be next to go. Caribou Spurs. We seen this cowboy get on 2 bareback horses earlier. He got on one with 71.5, got on another with 71. What are you doing? Are you going to the Litterbuck Saloon tonight again?
I am going to the Litterbuck Saloon tonight.
They are open from 8 to 1, featuring the Ken McCoy and Savage West. But you know, at 5 o'clock, Clancy White and the Silverados will be taking the Canadian Tire concert stage.
Hey, crank that up, Gus. Turn it up. What?
You got ants in your pants? Pull up your pants. Pull up your pants.
All right, I'll put them where you wear them.
Old school. Old school. High pockets.
High pockets. You can
High
always
pockets.
get to them. Walking down the mall.
I can't help it. You're half the age that I am. Here we go. Caribou Spur, Wyatt Gleason, Lunar. Folks, put your hands together for Greg Loring Jr. David Carnes, our two bullfighters, and if you got young kids, keep them back of the fence during this event. Keep them back of the fence during the bull riding event. Watch this. You know, running into Greg Loring Jr. is like running into a truck. That bull's probably got a sore head from knocking him down. No score for Wyatt Gleason. Now we're back on track. Let's go to the guy that's number 2 in the Windham Weaponry standings. Santa Quinn, Utah. He's got a bull named FBB. FBB. This is a brindle bull. His naming rights were sold at the Stampede auction a year or two ago. Fraser Brevins Broughton. Wesley Silcox is the 2007 world champion. Red Bluff, California, Jackson, Mississippi, Lee Park, Alberta, and Redding, California. Places that he's won the majority of share in the bull riding this year. Mueller Electric. Now the cowboy getting ready to go. He's number 2 in the world. He's wanting some of the money that's offered here at the Williams Lake Stampede. This is Cowboy Christmas. BMAC Installations, Harrison Design, Schickwork Signs and Stitches, RL7 Mechanical, CIBC Mainline Roofing Company, as well as D&S Electric, Dr. Rudy Wassener. Central Caribou Disposal, Darrell's Contracting, Interior Roads, CFJC Television, CKPG Television, CKWL, Caribou Country. Come on, Silcox. Folks, a 2007 world champion does not get bucked off very often. We're going to check with our judges. They say thumbs down, no score. Put your hands together for Wesley Silcox, folks. Good try, Wesley. You know, when you consider that in the next 2 weeks, this next 3 weeks, it started this weekend, but for the next 3 weeks, these cowboys will be going to upwards of 40 rodeos that are being sanctioned by the Professional Rodeo Cowboy Association. For these cowboys to travel all the way to Williams Lake says something about the caliber of stock that this committee brings, the added prize money that they put up. It's the single biggest one-head rodeo in Canada. Give the Williams Lake Stampede a big round of applause.
All right, now let's keep it going. Come on. Come on.
Dakota Butter, big brown Brahma bull by the name of Timidator, 25. This is another one from the Stampede auction a few years back. Tim from Grasslands, Central Equipment. Dakota Butter, a 3-time Canadian finalist. He's the champion of Canada. Come on, Dakota, make a ride. How many of you think you made a qualified ride? You be the judge. Tim Thompson and Bernie Rivet, they're the ones that have the stopwatches. We're going to check with them. Tim Thompson, Bernie Rivet, the official 8 seconds of the Williams Lake Stampede. Well, this guy did everything he could do to make a bull ride, and the score coming up, it wasn't pretty, but it's worth 78.78 for Dakota Butter. Artie Meyer, Timberlake, South Dakota, is going to be our final bull rider of the afternoon. Artie Meyer, 2 times to the National Finals Rodeo. 18th right now in the Windham Weaponry. Artie Meyer qualified for the College National Finals 3 times in the bareback riding. One of those all-around kind of guys in the finning bucking chute. Again, thanks to all of our bucking chute sponsors. Finning, Williams Lake Power Plant, Horizon, Climate Control, Celtic Engineering is the side that we're on. We're in the finning chute, the blue bucking chute. The gate on the front is blue. Artie Meyer, Timberlake, South Dakota. Piranha from the Duffy string. That's my brother-in-law, Dustin Duffy, down there putting the flank on this bull.
Is there rednecks?
Is there a what?
Is there rednecks in Williams Lake?
What do you mean is there rednecks in Williams Lake? There's rednecks wherever you go, hard-working people.
Well, let's find them.
How do you find the rednecks?
Gus has got it. Come on.
The redneck
Come on.
national anthem right there.
Crank it, Gus. Leaderboard change is what we're about to do. Come on.
Artie
Yeah.
Meyer, come on, Piranha.
Yes. 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 That's what I'm talking about. Woo!
We are checking with Wrangler. Now the rule in the bull riding, as long as your hand is in the handhold of the rope and your head isn't hitting the ground, you are making a qualified ride, and he did. We want to watch that one on the replay board. Look at the effort that this kid made on that black bucking bull. We got the score from one side. We're getting it from another. We just might see a leaderboard change. How about 85 points? 85. Artie Meyer from Timberlake, South Dakota is our new bull riding leader with one more performance to go. Thanks to PMT Chartered Accountants. Now don't leave your seats just yet. We have the Ranch Challenge bronc riding coming up. The Ranch Challenge bronc riding about to take place. We'll give our Ranch Cowboys a few minutes to get their saddles on. And when we come back, it'll be Ranch Challenge bronc riding. We are going to have the Ranch Challenge bronc riding. Give us about 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes. Enjoy the music while we load the horses for the Ranch Challenge saddle bronc riding. It is wild and western. We are ready for the Ranch Challenge Bronc Ride, and our first Ranch Challenge Bronc Rider to go, Brad Rimmer, Caribou Spurs. Brad Rimmer, Caribou Spurs, out of the Horizon Climate Control Buck and Shoot. Now, I don't know what the rules are for the Ranch Challenge Bronc Ride, and I don't know if they have to ride with one hand, two hands, what the deal is. I think no hands. Look, Ma, no hands. They can ride double, triple, whatever. Mother-in-laws are more than welcome. Jason Woolsey, Margaret's Meets the Bucking Shoot. Gang Ranch. Let the clutch out. Buckskin horse. Let's hear it for Jason Woolsey. Whew. $34 on one side, 35 on the other, 69 points. Same people you see here. All right. Well, thanks for your patience while we're setting up for the Global FMX Freestyle Motocross Show as we get ready to go. Oh, yeah. I'm excited. Chris and Chris. I'm just going to read a little bit of their bio right now while they're warming up their bikes. Chris Garwasiuk, age 33, rides for Kawasaki Canada. His bike is a 250F. She's a 4-stroke. She's got a lot of torque. He's got a 1.5-year-old son, about 21 months. He rides a bike as well. In Chris's spare time, he enjoys camping, fishing, and hunting, and he lives in Kelowna, BC. Yeah. Started riding dirt bikes when he was just 3 years old. He was the first Canadian to go to the X Games and Gravity Games. Featured in 2 video games. That's pretty cool. He has traveled the world on his dirt bike. He spent 3 months in China. He once wheelied the entire length of the Great Wall of China. Cross race in England. He's been featured in a dirt bike video called Moto 6. He rides a bigger bike. It's a Kawasaki 450F 4-stroke dirt bike. He's a former pro mountain biker. He enjoys helping friends complete renos on their houses. True story. And he enjoys riding horses in his spare time with his girlfriend. Ladies and gentlemen, they are Global FMX Motocross. Williams Lake, do you want to see more of Global FMX Freestyle Motocross? A backflip, not to be confused with a 360. Again, Chris Carrassia, Chris Foster. Our Global FMX Motocross Freestyle team, they will be signing autographs behind the grandstands under the Kawasaki tent. If you want to keep them performing, you're going to have to cheer loud. They can't hear you over the bikes. Would you want to see one more trick? The train is the most dangerous maneuver in trick riding. One bike off the ramp, one bike on the ramp at all times. Let's hear it. Global FMX Freestyle Motocross. If you like that part of the show, you're going to want to be here 12:45 tomorrow morning, 12:45 tomorrow afternoon, as we kick off our 5th performance with the Global FMX Freestyle Motocross Show. They will be signing autographs behind the grandstand in the Kawasaki tent. Please join them over there. They also have caps and t-shirts for sale. Now, but wait, there's more. There is the Ranch Challenge taking place